The dating game has changed, but most men haven't caught up yet. While others are busy chasing, pursuing, and trying to prove their worth to women, Sigma males take a completely different approach. They figured out something most men never will. The moment you start chasing, you've already lost. Here are 6 reasons why these men don't play the pursuit game, and why this makes them even more attractive to women. Number 1. Chasing diminishes their value. It's all about understanding basic human psychology. People value what they can't easily get. The harder someone chases, the less valuable they appear. It's why women often lose interest in men who make themselves too available. Think about that for a second. Every time you chase, you're telling her, "You're above me." Every desperate text, every rushed reply, every rearranged schedule, you're literally training her to see you as less valuable. The more you pursue, the more you push her away. Look around at the guys who are always chasing. They think they're showing interest, but what they're really showing is desperation. Double texting when she doesn't respond, making themselves available 24/7, dropping everything the moment she hints at hanging out. Each move screams, "I'm not worthy." Sigma males understand something crucial here. The moment you start chasing, you enter her frame. You play by her rules, dance to her tune, exist in her world. And in that world, she's the prize, and you're just another guy trying to win her approval. But here's where it gets interesting. When you value your time and attention enough not to freely give it away, something shifts. Suddenly, you're different. You're not part of the crowd of desperate men filling her inbox. You become a question mark in her mind, something she can't easily figure out. This isn't about games or manipulation. It's about genuine self-worth. When you truly value yourself, chasing feels wrong because it is wrong. Your time, your attention, your presence, these are valuable. And the moment you start giving them away too easily, they lose their worth. Number 2. They're never the backup plan. Watch how modern dating works. Women often keep several men orbiting around them. Some for attention, some for validation, and some as backup options. It's like having a roster of players, each serving a different purpose. But there's one type of man who refuses to be part of this game. While most guys will happily wait in line, hoping to be chosen, Sigma males operate differently. The moment they sense they're being kept as an option, they remove themselves entirely. It's not pride or ego. It's about having clear standards for how they allow themselves to be treated. Think about what being a backup plan really means. You're essentially telling someone, "I'm here whenever your better options fall through." You're agreeing to be second choice, accepting that you're not good enough to be the main priority. Nothing destroys your value faster than this. The interesting part is when a man refuses to be an option, he often becomes the priority. While Sigma males aren't playing this game intentionally, their refusal to be part of someone's backup plan naturally makes them more intriguing. Women aren't used to men who won't wait in the wings. Look at how quickly things change when a man holds this line. Suddenly, those "I'm busy" messages stop. The vague plans become concrete. The games end because they know he won't stick around for them. Either they step up and show real interest, or they lose him completely. This isn't about ultimatums or manipulation. It's about having enough self-respect to walk away from situations where you're not valued. While other men compete for a spot in her rotation, these guys would rather be alone than be someone's plan B. Being an option is a choice. The moment you accept a position as backup, you've agreed to be treated as such. Number 3. Desperation repels, while confidence attracts. Women can smell desperation from a mile away. It's like a repellent that no amount of charm, good looks, or success can mask. And once she catches that scent, there's no going back. You're instantly placed in the "just another desperate guy" category. Watch what happens when a woman posts a new photo online. Within minutes, thirsty comments flood in. Guys compete for her attention, each one trying harder than the last to stand out. But they're all sending the same message. Please notice me. It's a display of desperation that makes women cringe. Here's what most men don't get. Seeking validation is a form of desperation. Every compliment you rush to give, every like you instantly tap, every message you immediately send, you're showing her that you need her approval. And nothing kills attraction faster than neediness. While other men compete for her attention, Sigma males are the ones standing back, which is exactly what makes them stand out. True confidence isn't about getting her attention. It's about being complete without it. When you're at peace with who you are, you don't need external validation to feel worthy. Notice how differently women react to men who aren't seeking their approval. While desperate guys are trying everything to get noticed, confident men naturally draw attention. It's like a law of nature. The less you need something, the more it comes to you. This creates an interesting paradox that drives women crazy. The man who doesn't need their validation is exactly the one they want to validate them. Why? Because his confidence isn't an act. It's the real deal. He's not playing hard to get. He's genuinely self-sufficient. Desperation is like quicksand. The more you struggle to escape it, the deeper you sink. True confidence, the kind that naturally attracts, comes from knowing your worth isn't tied to anyone's approval. Number 4. True love cannot be chased or controlled. Think about every genuine love story you've ever heard. Not the Hollywood versions, but real connections that stood the test of time. Notice something. They happen naturally, without force, without games, without desperate pursuit. This is why Sigma males never try to force connections. Here's a truth that hits hard. Real attraction can't be manipulated into existence. You can't convince someone to genuinely want you. You can't negotiate desire. You can't pursue your way into someone's heart. Either it's there, or it isn't. Watch how most men try to force connections. They use pickup lines, manipulation tactics, and persistent pursuit. They think if they just try hard enough, chase long enough, or prove themselves worthy enough, they can make someone fall for them. But that's not how true connection works. Sigma males understand something profound here. Love, real love, is like a butterfly. Chase it, and it flies away. Try to control it, and you destroy its beauty. But create the right environment, and it might just land naturally beside you. This is why these men don't play the conventional dating game. They know that any connection built on pursuit is fundamentally flawed. If you have to convince someone to be with you, they're not really with you. They're just responding to pressure. While others exhaust themselves trying to create attraction, Sigma males focus on building themselves. They know the most powerful relationships form when two people choose each other freely, without force or manipulation. When a woman chooses to be with you because she wants to, not because you convinced her to, that's when something real can grow. Here's the reality most men don't want to face. If you have to chase it, it's not yours. True connection doesn't need pursuit. Real love doesn't require convincing. Authentic relationships develop naturally, like plants growing towards sunlight. You can't force them. You can only create the right conditions. Number 5. Walking away shows more power than clinging. Most men are terrified of losing what they think they have. They'll tolerate disrespect, ignore red flags, and compromise their values, all because they're afraid of walking away. But here's the raw truth. The moment you fear losing someone is the moment you've lost your power. Watch what happens when a woman tests a man's boundaries. Most guys will bend over backward, making excuses for her behavior, desperately trying to keep her interested. They think they're showing dedication, but what they're really showing is weakness. Sigma males see this game for what it is. It's fascinating how everything changes when a man is ready to walk away. Suddenly, the power dynamic shifts. The moment you genuinely accept that leaving is an option, you stop being a prisoner to someone else's games. This is where Sigma males operate naturally. They'd rather be alone than compromise their peace. Think about it. Who has more power? The one desperately trying to keep something alive, or the one who can walk away without looking back? While most men cling to toxic situations hoping things will change, Sigma males know that sometimes the most powerful move is simply leaving. This isn't about being cold or uncaring. It's about having enough self-respect to know when to exit. These men understand that true strength isn't shown in how hard you can hold on. It's demonstrated in your ability to let go when something isn't right. The ability to walk away changes everything. Women can sense when a man has this power, when his presence in their life is a choice rather than a necessity. That's why Sigma males often find themselves being chased by the very women that they were ready to leave behind. Remember, staying when you should leave isn't loyalty. It's fear disguised as commitment. Real power lies in knowing you can walk away at any time and being at peace with that choice. Number 6. The right woman will come into their lives naturally. Here's something most dating coaches won't tell you. Forcing connections is like trying to fit square pegs into round holes. The harder you try, the more damage you do, while the average man exhausts himself hunting for the one. Sigma males quietly live their lives, knowing that the right woman will come into their world naturally. Look at the dating scene today. Men desperately jump through hoops trying to find their perfect match. Dating apps, speed dating, blind dates, all desperate attempts to force what should happen naturally. But think about it. Has anything truly valuable in your life ever come from desperate searching? These men take a different path. Instead of hunting for the right woman, they channel their energy into building the right life. It's a simple truth they've embraced. The kind of woman they want will be attracted to who they are, not who they pretend to be while dating. It's like a law of nature. When you're genuinely focused on your growth, purpose, and peace, you naturally cross paths with people who align with your values. While Sigma males aren't sitting around waiting, they're busy becoming better versions of themselves. Watch how differently things unfold when you stop searching. While other guys are busy swiping right and left, these men are building businesses, pursuing passions, and creating value. And it's during these moments, when they're fully engaged in their purpose, that the right women tend to appear. This natural approach filters out the wrong matches automatically. Women who are attracted to drama, games, or superficial things won't stick around someone who's authentically focused on their path. Meanwhile, women who share similar values and depth are naturally drawn in. Forced connections are like paper flowers. They might look real at first, but they have no life, no growth, no future. Real connections, like real flowers, grow naturally when the conditions are right. Let others plant paper flowers, create fertile ground, and let nature take its course.